Hello, everyone. Welcome to this course and the series of lectures where I'll be taking you on the journey to become a successful day trader. First of all, my name is Dre, and I have been a successful day trader um, for the last few years. You can see my Twitter at the right top and my Discord server. And and in this video, this is obviously an introductory video. I really want to introduce the course. I want to talk about who this course is for and how we're going to learn in this course. This should really um, um, give you enough information to make a decision whether or not you want to actually pay for the software suite that we'll need to use in this course and for the course itself, obviously. So the way of trading that I'll be introducing here is not known at all, really. So, besides myself, I don't know it's another single person that trades in the U.S. Everyone who trades this way are located in Europe, and there's not that many people of them, maybe only a few thousand. So, uh, this this way of trading being unique, and this is going to be actually the first time that it makes it to the public in English language, actually. So, because this way of trading is very unique, it essentially gives you an edge over other market participants. Because think about it, only 1% of traders out there are actually profitable. And the reason why those people are profitable is not because they develop some magic system and they just leave a few limit orders and then they go drive Lambos all week, around Miami. Like that doesn't happen really. It's not very, it's not a very sustainable way to think about trading in general. Um, and every single person that makes money in the market consistently has some sort of edge over you because trading is a zero-sum game. It's a player versus player environment. So in order for you to make money, you have to take that money from someone essentially. You have to outperform other people that are also hungry to make profits. And in order to do that, you have to have a certain edge, whatever that edge will be. And this course is actually going to be equipping you with that edge by providing you specific techniques and most importantly, the software suite to do that. If you want to take this course, you have to commit to it. Because you're committing financially because you do have to purchase the software, but you also have to make sure that you commit a certain number of hours per day. And those hours ideally should be uninterrupted, or like I guess a little bit interrupt. Like for example, when I was starting it, I had a full-time remote job during COVID, obviously, and I had my normal 9 to 5 job, and I had the trading setup that I would always look at. So like these, basically with this way of trading, if you're not next to the computer, you're not making money essentially. So you also need to be somewhat of a strong psychologically strong person, right? You should have no gambling addiction and be in control of your emotions. Uh, it's easy to say, it's hard to explain, but if you think you have any sort of gambling addiction, do not take this course. Do not even attempt trading in general, to be honest. Ideally, you have tried other ways of trading in crypto specifically. You did not succeed, and you don't know what to do next, and you try to find a new perspective. So this course is exactly for that. If you have never traded, we will still do our best job to teach you the basics. But this is kind of expecting that this course is expecting that you have some sort of trading background. Um, yeah, and after this course, we will do our best to um, grow you as a professional scalper, day trader, and give you everything you need to to know risk management and trading psychology. There are some prerequisites to the course itself. Let me go on the next slide. So the few prerequisites are you have to have a KYC account on at least three exchanges, which is Bybit, Gate, and Huobi. Binance is optional. It's good to have, but it's optional. So in order for you to have a KYC account on all these exchanges, you have to have some sort of foreign passport. It cannot be US passport. You cannot do Binance US, you cannot do Gate US or Bybit US or whatever. You have to have the true European versions with like futures and everything. In order to do that, you need to have some sort of passport or someone else's identity um, in order to be able to set up an account there. You need to have a medium range desktop computer. A laptop is possible, but not recommended. I specifically have everything top of the line, but something like the most important part is the RAM. I have 128 gig of RAM on my computer, but it uses around 64 gig of RAM. It's possible to make it use less, but remember we're going to be running some specific software for trading, and we're going to be running many instances on the same hardware. So it's going to get pretty computationally expensive, but something like i7-9 processor, 64 gigs of RAM, and medium range card, like even 370 or so, will suffice. You're going to need multiple screens as well. At the very least, I recommend something like a wide angle 49-inch screen, but you can also have like 2 or 3 screens in the same kind of plane. And in my case, I have two 49-inch ultra wide displays, but you can do like one 49-inch where your trading happens really, and then a helper screen with like TradingView and some other stuff that will be covering here. You're gonna have to commit to purchase a specific software. This software is called Moonbot. You can Google it and you can find information about it. It's not like very explanatory, which is why I'm actually gonna introduce it in this video as well. The funds that we're talking about here, at the time of writing this video, I was able to work with the founders of the company to give the best possible pricing with obviously with no benefit for myself. But it's going to be around $2,500, $2,500 to purchase the software. You have to be next to your trading setup for a meaningful number of hours per day, at least 3 or 4 hours, to be able to learn and really see different setups in the real time with your own eyes. And finally, you have to commit. You have to have patience and ability to learn. Last thing, you need to you would also need to set up an AWS account in order to make a proxy. So because these exchanges like Bybit, Gate, and Huobi are not they are not really legal in US. Well, I don't shouldn't say legal, but they are um, not authorized to do business in US, which is why we need a passport of another country or so. But they also block trading from US. But with this way of trading, you still need to make sure that your latency is very low, because you're gonna see that we are gonna be doing some high frequency trading. And in order to keep the frequency low, what we'll do is that we'll set up an AWS account, and we'll set up an EC2 machine on that account, which is essentially just a server, and that server will act as a proxy. So that our traffic from our computer will go through that server and to the exchange. So that two exchange will appear as if we are located in Singapore. We'll cover all of that in our next video, but I think I covered everything. Now let me start introducing um, this way of trading. Um, this way of trading, yeah. So in order to introduce you, let's open up a chart, right? So first of all, when you if you learned or if you attempted to trade before or whatever, and I have some stuff on the chart right now, ignore it please. Um, you open up a trading view, you set some limit orders, or you sometimes enter the market order, whatever that may be, whatever your triggers are. You try to develop a system, you failed, you haven't become profitable, or you're not happy with the profits. You want something that is consistent in profit every single day. So if you were to look at the chart, right, what do you see? We see a 5x we see a 5x pump in the matter of like basically a few days or yeah, weeks really. So how do you like you it's not very reasonable to catch this. Like it's not sustainable to try to enter here. There is not a single signal or not a single indicator in the world will give you a signal here and say like, yeah, this is going to do 5x, right? Nobody knows the future. And that's actually one of the things about this way of trading, is that we never predict anything. Like the moment you start predicting things in trading, you're gonna lose money. So if you think, oh, I think that this is gonna do 3x from now. Oh, I think Bitcoin will raise to $200,000. Like that never works. I'm sorry, this is not gonna work. So anyway, what? Imagine you are here, right? Like you still want to make money. How do you know that the pump is gonna continue? Well, the thing is that you don't. With this specific chart, the only way really to make money sustainably is to catch um, really violent moves down on these corrections and really take this rebound and this rebound and this rebound. But how do you know, and how can you be sure where this is gonna stop, this dump is gonna stop, and where is it gonna rebound to? Well, that's where I want to now zoom into the 1 minute chart here. Yes. So I want to zoom into 1 minute chart and show you something. Come on. Oh, I guess this is it. I'm sorry guys, so let me find it right here. So this was on what, June 10th? This was, June 7th. Is there something on June 10th? Okay, it's fine. Let's take this one. So first of all, imagine you are, imagine you're here. Let's see what this move is. So this move is 17% dump in about 2 minutes, right? So in 2 minutes, really this is, no, yeah, I mean this is actually even more, so more like 20%, yes. So whenever you have a dump of 20% in a few minutes time, do you think there is gonna be a rebound? Well, my answer is of course there's gonna be. Like sure, it's gonna go 30. We can go 30%. It can go 40%. But at that point, the probability of the of the rebound, sorry, only increases. So whenever you have a very violent move down, you have market participants that have exited their positions, and usually those are algorithmic trading, right? Or some institutional trading. So they exited a huge, like they're huge positions, right? They Whatever positions they had, they sold it, right? And they are happy with it. They have nothing else to sell right at this moment. What happens next? Well, what happens next is a natural rebound, right? That people are buying, some other algos are buying, whatever that might be. This whole way of trading is that I will be introducing here in a second, is to really take this rebound. That's all it is. We're not gonna say, oh yeah, it's gonna continue going to 10x or whatever. All we do is that we enter right at the bottom of the wick, which hold on tight, I will show you how. We take that first rebound, that is a minute or two, and we are done with our 10 to 14% trade. Um, uh, we like our trade is finished. In this right here, we don't need to predict anything because we know for sure, yes, after violent move down where large positions are being sold or liquidated or whatever, there is going to be a rebound. Like that's a 100% probability. Not unless it's a Luna, that just went down without any sort of rebounds. Oh well, even there was rebounds to be honest. But you, but in order to see if you trading through TradingView, it's impossible because this happens in under a minute. How now? Think about it. How long will it take you to set a limit order, set a market order, or whatever through the exchange UI? By the time you do that, the the price has already left. The train has left the station. You are probably buying here, and then they're giving you one final dump, right? And then you just kind of getting pissed off all the time, So anyway, we as scalpers just take this move right here, and this is how we do it. Now let me introduce to you to the software called Moonbot.